Since the 80s, various companies have commissioned Aardman to advertise their products. These ads range from a large variety of companies, and a complete list of every single one they've done doesn't exist. Some of these ads have been found fully. Some of them, however, are difficult to find any information about, and solely exist as speculation. A few of the lost ads include Lifesavers, Purina, Little Caesars, Honey Bunches of Oats, and an unknown ad containing a fruit and vegetable man as part of a healthy eating campaign. Because of the fluid nature of this kind of search, even when all the ones we're aware of have been found, we still might not be done searching.
New Savlon Dry Skin Cream soothes.
Non-greasy protection for your skin.
Firelight is a 1964 movie about a fictional town in Arizona, where humans are abducted by aliens to be put in a zoo back on their home planet. One theme in the movie is that this light that appears in the sky is implied to be a catalyst of a lot of strange happenings in the town. The film was one of Steven Spielberg's very first, as he was only 17 when he directed it. Spielberg held a screening at his local theater, where he sold $501 in tickets, for a grand total of $1 in profits from the film's budget. Spielberg later on gave his copies of the film to a production company in Los Angeles, and when that company went bankrupt, he never got them back. To this day, only a few clips of the film are available. Pitfall. Pitfall was a Canadian question-and-answer game show from the early 80s with a very complicated rule set. The most notable thing about it was perhaps its host, being Alex Trebek. And in fact, that's notable for a pretty despicable reason. The company that produced the show, Catalina Productions, had some financial problems at the time. Alex Trebek was not paid for his time on the show, and none of the contestants received their prizes for competing on the show. Because of this controversy, combined with its short run and lack of popularity, the show is pretty hard to come by. What few episodes are available in spite of many episodes being destroyed.
Mrs. Taylor.
That's it. Give me the pit pass for 5. Step across that onto number 6, and you're safe. Which Italian city is known for its canals and gondolas?
Venice.
Venice. Yep. Give me the pit pass for number 7. Come on to number 8. What? Don't worry about a thing, Madeline. I'm going to show you a good time. I'm going to give you the question, and you're going to give me a correct answer. What nickname does Phyllis Diller call her husband?
Frank.
Right. Stop her there. Bring her up.
NBA All-Star Slam. NBA All-Star Slam was a block that Cartoon Network aired once on February 9, 2003, and never again. Episodes would be introduced by the characters featured interviewing various NBA players, leading to the start of the NBA season on TNT. There were 13 of these, and the only player that got interviewed that I personally recognize is Shaquille O'Neal, who got interviewed by Godzilla. However, some of the characters that were featured include Bugs Bunny, Scooby-Doo, Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls, George Jetson, and He-Man. Of the 13 interviews, only 5 have been found. However, some screenshots of the lost interviews have been found as well.
Hi, I'm Stephon Marbury, the Phoenix Suns. Please welcome my favorite cartoon of all times, Bugs Bunny.
Pleased to meet you, Stephon.
Most people know the Don Bluth games Space Ace and Dragon's Lair for their interesting style and rather detailed animation, as if you were playing a movie and not a video game. However, Space Ace did get an SNES port, which is generally regarded as one of the worst and most difficult games of all time. However, the SNES port was only made after the NES port was scrapped. The NES version of Space Ace would have most likely functioned like the NES version of Dragon's Lair, and that most likely means it would have barely functioned at all. In 1991, this NES port was mentioned in an Italian magazine, and only 2 screenshots of the game remain to prove its existence. Sega Swirl 2. Sega Swirl 2 was a PC game published by Sega and released in 2006 for the GameTap service, and after that service shut down in 2010, the game is considered lost. The game itself is a pretty simple puzzle game that borrows heavily from a lot of other puzzle games from the time. In addition to the game itself being lost, there's also a music CD tie-in for the game released by the makers of the game's music, the band Kinetic. Only 2 songs remain from the music CD, with the rest of the music's location being unknown. As for the game itself, only a few blurry screenshots and 1 video of the game are what's left. I Wish You Well. Some of Imagine Dragons' early works never made it onto later albums, and this particular song, I Wish You Well, actually had a studio recording. However, only 50 seconds of the song has actually been released to the public. Actually, I take that back. If you want to listen to the full song, there's a video of them performing the full song in Utah, but it's in such low quality that it really isn't something you'd want to sit down and listen to. Here's part of the high quality leak of the song. Halo DS. Halo DS is a supposed tech demo of a Halo game for the Nintendo DS. Its existence was first brought to light in a blog post by IGN's Matt Casamassina, who stated that he played a game called Halo DS, and that the game was completely up and running and fully playable. There were doubts about this, to which Matt clarified that it was created by a real development studio with a very big publisher. There's a video of Matt playing the game on YouTube, however, this didn't assuage people's doubts about the game either. People have brought up that the gameplay is similar to GoldenEye Rogue Agent, and that the AAA publisher of this Halo game must have been EA because of that. Still others think that it's just a ROM hack of that game, and it's unknown which version of the story is true. Uncle Walt. Uncle Walt was a satirical film making fun of and subverting many Disney tropes that were commonplace. It was created in 1964 by a named man Robert Swarth, who was a student at UCLA. The film, in fact, was made for the UCLA Animation Workshop. It shows Disney characters in situations Walt himself would have most likely not have approved of, such as Mickey and Minnie Mouse engaging in racist caricatures, Goofy working as a pimp in a red light district, and even flat out showing some of the more disturbing scenes from Disney movies verbatim. Only 1 screening of the film is known to have ever happened, in 1972 at the American Film Institute. No screenshots or footage is available, and it's unlikely that anyone other than Swarth himself is in possession of the film. Treasure Planet 2. In 2002, a sequel to the Disney movie Treasure Planet was planned. It would have been about Jim's conflicts after joining the Royal Interstellar Academy. The film was cancelled after the box office bombing of Treasure Planet. These horrible ticket sales actually set quite a bit more than the second film back as well. Treasure Planet was planned to get its own TV show after the release of the second movie. Because the second movie was never made, it set back those plans, and the movie only got about 8 months in development before it was cancelled. As such, a lot of concept art is available to view what the movie could have been. No footage of the film is available, and neither are any leaks of what the script was.